This is some of the damage from the winds overnight here at Santa Anita. We are just off Colorado Place in our infield parking lot. Trees down all over the city. Here's a look back toward the grandstand. This is right across the street from the racetrack. Here's a huge fir down. It's taken up a big part of the sidewalk, as you can see. Here's a look heading east on Colorado Place. Here's a tree that's been here many, many years on Colorado Place. Down, as you can see, torn out by the roots. Here's the California Thoroughbred Breeders Association. Big, huge pine tree fell. This is part of it on the other side of the street here, adjoining our infield parking lot here at Santa Anita. I think it's safe to say the city of Arcadia has never seen this much wind damage. This was a huge tree. Here's a light pole that fell victim to the wind last night. Another look at this fallen tree here on Colorado Place, right into the racetrack parking lot. Tremendous amount of damage. Again, I think it's safe to say the city of Arcadia has never seen this kind of wind damage. This is a view looking toward the grandstand, and we've got a great deal of damage here on the east end of Santa Anita. And these really aren't trees with real tall canopies. It just gives you an indication of the force of the wind here last night. Some people are estimating the gusts were at about 100 miles an hour. And our crews have already been removing a lot of the damage. You guys ever seen this much damage here?
No, sir.
This
Never.
is absolutely amazing. See, the crews have removed some of these trees, staged them out here so they can be taken off site, ground up. There's some more trees down on the east end. These guys were just absolutely snapped off. Here's the evidence. There's the stump and the tree carried by the wind. It looks like right about 4 feet at some time last night, early this morning. Amazing. Here's the receiving barn at Santa Anita. And the wind really hit hard through here. Crews have removed a lot of the broken limbs. Again, here's barn 5. Bob Baffert maintains a stable here year-round. Got some roofing material down here next to Carla Gaines' stable. And looking on the back side of barn 5, Baffert's barn, we can see some of the roofing material has been staged here for cleanup. Really, actually not too bad here on this end, but I'm told it's very bad up on the northwest corner, which we're heading to. Obviously, a lot of damage here. Tree that's just been decimated by the wind. And this is Patty Gallagher's barn when we're running. Used to be Bill Shoemaker's barn when he was training. You can see the damage to the roof here. Looks like the wind got underneath the outer edges and lifted the waterproofing material up, and in many cases over. Here's some remnants of, I believe, barn 98. Doug O'Neill's barn got hit real hard. So did Tim Yachteen. Team O'Neill, we're told, just did a great job along with Tim Yachteen's team. And here's a look at some of the damage. Yeah, this is an extension onto the barn. And very, very fortunate, no injuries as a result of this. The horses were evacuated before the roof and the barn were taken apart by the wind. This could have been a catastrophic problem up here on the end of this barn. We're told the horses were evacuated at about 1 or 1:30 this morning. Still here at Doug O'Neill's barn on the south end of barn 88. And over here across the way, you can see the exposed ceiling joists from where the roof was blown off. And here's another barn that was torn apart. You can see the shavings. And again, the horses all evacuated. Miraculously so, no injuries. And what once was part of this end of the barn is now laying here, staged for removal. Again, we're on the far west end of the stable area, barn 97, which is where Mel Studi has been for many years. Looks like Mel's barn's okay. Looking toward Baldwin Avenue right here, on the far west end by barn 107. And we can see this eucalyptus tree. There's a limb that was snapped off, and it's just kind of hanging there precariously. So again, a lot of work to be done here at the racetrack and throughout the city of Arcadia. We'll point the camera up toward Mount Wilson, and at the foot of those mountains is Sierra Madre, which has already been declared a disaster area. Here's a tree that got hit pretty hard. Guess we're pretty lucky this utility pole wasn't taken down. Got a loose wire here. Barn 57. Been home for many years to trainer Henry Marino. So look across the way at some living quarters. You can see the roof. It's been torn off. That'll have to be hot mopped and fixed up, but structurally it looks okay. Got crews working throughout the stable area. Thursday morning, December 1. Some more roofing material. Looks like it got torn off this barn right here. And here it sits. Entering our Paddock Gardens area, and a lot of damage out here. Here's a beautiful old tree, been uprooted. It'll have to be removed. Over here on the west end of the paddock. Here's a tree that's been here. I'd have to say he's been here probably 50 years. And that's going to about do it. You can see the sod been uplifted just west of the Kingsbury Fountain. Here's the famous facade, and right in front of it, a tree who has been done in. Really pretty mind-boggling. Now this has not been excavated. This was done by the wind. So look across the way at the Kingsbury Fountain with some of the wooded damage in the foreground. Two trees in the same area went different directions. This guy fell to the southwest and he went to the northeast. So the wind had to really be eddying around here, an incredible turbulence. Here in the Paddock Gardens area, really less damage than maybe you would have anticipated, and we, just guessing, think that we're secluded enough here, protected, that the winds didn't really get to do near as much damage in here as they did in the stable area and throughout the city of Arcadia. Walking east here, we do see some damage to a tree just outside the walking ring. And these trees are very old, been meticulously maintained over the years. But this guy got hit pretty hard. Here in the East Paddock, the morning after severe winds at Santa Anita, happy to report that all of our monuments are intact. Johnny Longdon, Bill Shoemaker, Lafitte Pinkai, Chris McCarran, they look A-OK. They weathered the storm. This bench didn't fare so well. And it looks like we had one of our old trees snap off here, about 6 feet up. Here's the tunnel of the track, and coming over to one of our main admission gates and see this old tree. Outski. Okay, we're out on the main track trying to assess some of the damage out here. Now, we did have substantial damage to the inside rail up there in the quarter-mile chute, but that's not going to be any big problem. And we can see things in a little bit of disarray here at the wire, and that's where the mirror is placed when we're running live. It does appear that some of the inside rail here has been blown off, so that'll all be replaced. And one thing we notice just inside the inner training track, the vintage Santa Anita sign, which runs horizontally there, is basically no more. A victim of the wind last night. But all things considered, out here, things look pretty good. You can see the rails intact here from here as far as you can see up there to the top of the lane. And aside from some of this damage to the inner rail right here near the wire, we're in pretty good shape into and around the clubhouse turn. So look across the way at the quarter pole up here in the quarter-mile chute, bent over from getting hit by debris during the windstorm overnight. And the inside safety rail there damaged and being repaired as we speak.